Hey guys, welcome back to the Beginner's Handstand program. I'm Alex Kazam and I'm going to be walking you through workout number 4 with 4 exercises. We're going to do a little strength work together, a little bit of core work, finishing off with some stretching and of course our playtime. Your first exercise, guys, is we're going to do a lying hip tilt, face down hip tilts, all right? You can grab a broomstick, put that broomstick between the butt cheeks. Make some space between the lower back and tuck the bums under. You can keep your hands underneath your forehead and just focusing on the hips. Pulling your belly button off of the ground like it's on a string. 4 and 5, 6, squeeze the bum. 7, you can move your broomstick, you don't need it, just a test. 8, stick your bums out, pull the bum under. 9 and 10. Awesome job. Second exercise we're going to do, side arm support like we've been doing all along. Here's the deal. I want to spread my fingers away from me and grip the ground with your hands. Develop the strength there, guys. Hand assisted as needed in the front, and your top leg can go behind. Okay, hips up, nice and strong. Stack your legs. Let's go 30 seconds together. Nice and strong. Reaching up to the sky. Reach for the sky. Go to your happy place. Sorry, not focused. Engaging. Grip the fingers into the ground. Let's go. Squeezing your obliques. Belly in, ribs in. Think about your handstand line. Squeeze your bum. Good. Switch sides. 30 seconds in total. And reset. Again, use your other hand as needed for a little bit of assistance. Hips up, core tight, ribs in. Tuck your bums under. Reaching up. 30 seconds, guys. Make sure that your shoulder is leaning over your hands while you do this into that support position. That's what we want for handstand balance. Leaning shoulders over hands. Let's go. Good. And come on back down. Let's get on to the belly. 10 reps here. Start by sticking the bum out and then try and pull your belly button off of the ground. So that you're only moving from here to here. Okay, the rest of the body stays flat. My upper back is not rounding through the upper back. Just my hips. Hip tilt, face down. Let's go. 10 reps. Couple more. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Try and pretend that there's a quarter between your butt cheeks, and don't let me take it from you. Eventually, you'll have lots of quarters in your piggy bank. Awesome. Let's go back into that side support. Here we go again. If you're having some wrist issues, make sure that you have a prop and take care of that wrist until your wrists are strong and stable. But be mindful that we have to get that wrist strong and stable before I get into that fully loaded handstand. So make sure you're working on your wrist. If you have issues, grab your prop for now. Here we go, 30 seconds. Reaching up, shoulder completely stacked, elbow stable. Okay, locked out elbow. Engage it. Come on, nice and strong. All the way to 30, let's go. Reaching up to the sky and engaging. Use your core and squeeze your bum. Same thing, guys. Squeeze your butt. That's it. 30 seconds. Switch sides. As we go through these programs, you're going to hear me say, squeeze your bum one hell of a lot of times. Okay, butt cheek on, ribs in, boom. Reaching, strong shoulder. Okay, engage the shoulder. Let's go, reach to the sky. Let's get that handstand. Basics is key. Reaching nice and strong. Really squeeze your obliques. Don't just hold it here. Engage those muscles. And time. Last round. Here we go, guys. Lay back down. Good. Hands underneath your forehead. Tuck your bums under. And 1. Resting your chest. And 2. And 3. Last one we're going to hold for 10. And 4. Really focus on that full range of motion. You can go at your own pace here if you need a little more work on those ranges of motion. 6. And 7. 8. And 9. Hold for 10. And tuck it under. Squeeze. Pull your belly button up to the ceiling like it's on a string. Tuck those ribs in and try and pull your lower abdominals off of the ground. Squeezing them really hard. Awesome job. One more turn on that side support. Ready. Get your timers or follow me like so. Positions. Here we go. Nice and strong. The stronger you are here, the more stable you are here, the more this is going to transfer to a nice, stable handstand in control, but not all over the place, right? Really isolating those muscles, engaging through the shoulder. Hips up, ribs in. Time. Switch sides, guys. Let's go. Here we go. Stack your position again if you need to. Walk that top leg behind until you're in control, reaching up to the sky. Trying as if you're reaching and trying to grab something there. Stack your legs if you're able to. Nice and strong. Again, using the hand fully stacked flat on the ground if this is if your hands are good and your wrists are stable. And time. Awesome job. Let's finish with a little bit of play work. So we're gonna start to get on the wall into that stacked handstand position for the first time, going nose to the wall, stomach facing the wall. So here's the deal. Let's get out of our comfort zones a little bit and play a little bit. I'm gonna come a little bit closer to the wall for this one. And I'm going to lean my shoulders over my hands. Nice and strong shoulders. Okay. Walking one leg at a time. And 1, 2. Notice my arms are straight. If my arms are straight, I cannot collapse. I'm stable. And 1, 2. We're going to do this 5 times. And back down for 1 rep. And 1, 2. 1, 2, nice and strong. 1, 2, 1, 2. Really pressing through the shoulders, gripping the ground. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. 1, 2, reach up as high as you can with the feet. Strong shoulders in those positions. 1, 2, 1, 2. Eyes at the elbows, rotating forwards if you can. 1, 2, 1, 2. Reach up, push tall through the shoulders for your last rep on your first set. Good. So here's the deal. We're gonna take a little time to stretch, come into your lunge position. Now, as we start to increase range of motion on our pelvic tilts, I also want to take care of stretching the hip flexors. So here's the deal. Tuck my bum under, squeeze your bum, reaching a little bit into that hip into the front. Notice I'm not arching my lower back, okay? Tuck the bums under Ribs are in for that handstand line. So I really feel a nice stretch down the hip flexor here into the quad with that lower back flat, ribs in, bum tucked under, and reaching overhead. Reaching overhead. Stretching a little bit into that oblique that we did for a support hold today. And reaching. You can hold this for about 30 seconds or so. Switching into that lunge. Same idea, guys. So pelvic tilt here. Tuck my bum under. Squeeze it if you have to. Make sure glutes are on. Okay, stretching into the hip and reaching overhead. Stretching deep into that oblique. Ribs in. You can kind of pulsate back and forth if you want. Accumulate some time here. 30 seconds. Really gonna help with your handstand line in the lower body. And let's get back onto the wall for round number 2. A little bit of play. Okay, shoulders start to lean over hands, strong fingers. Notice my hands are at shoulder width, right underneath the shoulders. Fingers spread, index fingers forwards, leaning. And ready, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Same tempo. And up. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You get my drift. Same tempo. Count in your head if you like. Stretching up nice and tall. And back down. And that's 3. Pressing through the shoulders. Reaching up tall. Squeeze your core. Squeeze your bum at the top there as well. That's 4. One more time. And 1, 2, 1, 2. And back down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Awesome job. Come back into that hip flexor stretch. Tuck your bums under. Squeeze it. And this time we'll do some reaching around overhead. Swing my arm overhead, stretching a little bit into the side of the body, into the oblique, down the IT band, down into the side of the leg. Really keeping the glutes engaged. Switch sides. Catch your breath. Got one more round to go here. Reaching, tuck your bum under to start the movement. Reaching overhead. Accumulate some time. Awesome job. Let's get back into it. Give your wrists a little bit of a shake if you need to there. Now let's get back into it. 5 more reps, guys. Here we go. Shoulders nice and stacked. Up into the sky. And back down. And that's 1. Shoulders lean. Over hands, up in the sky, press through the shoulders, core tight, bum tight, back down, and 2. Let's go, spread the fingers, grip the ground nice and strong, and back down, 3, through the shoulders, let's go, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. Come on, guys, one more. Push up tall, hold for 5. Core tight, bum tight. Through the shoulders. And controlling. Back, down. Last little stretch here into the hip flexors. Core tight, bum tight. Let's tuck the belly in and reach around. Just kind of hang out there for about 30 seconds or so. Finishing off that last little stretch. Now remember, the more mobile we get, the more range of motion we have, the more room there is to strengthen our handstands. Switching sides. Core tight, bum tight. Okay, ribs in and reaching, stretching into the hip flexor. So that balance between strength and mobility is what we're looking for here, guys. That's key in our handstands. And hang out. Another second or two. Spending time there as needed at your own pace. So guys, that's it for today's workout. Don't forget that consistency, hard work, and daily effort on all of these exercises is really important. So try and get these exercises in roughly 2 to 3 times a week, listening to your body. Depending on how your body feels, it might go slower, it might go harder. And as you feel comfortable, confident, and ready to move on from these exercises, like this is a no-brainer being on the wall. Moving on to the next exercise. Alex Kazan, over and out.